It
I will.
doesn't, it wasn't sliding. Oh, it's green. That's good. Yay, I did it. Okay, I just need a moment for this. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, so we are so excited to have everyone here with us, all of our friends, all of our peeps. Thank y'all so much for being on here with us. Big yay! Okay, so we are going to actually do it different. So for those of you who know your numbers, we are going to do recognition just a little bit differently than we normally do. Normally we play the video and it goes kind of quick, but we are going to give you an opportunity to celebrate. So if you opened your Mary Kay store this last week and sold at least $1, like give it some love because everybody's video on. I love it. I love it. Yay, if you sold $100, 200, 300, 200, 300, anybody 300? 200, okay. Let's see, Heather Kusno, what's yours? And Melissa Runyon, what's yours?
Go ahead.
Oh, I say, honestly, I just remember the repair set I sold when we were at retreat.
That'll be 215 right there. Love it. Yeah. And Melissa?
I was like 260.
Yay! That was fabulous. Okay, so in Mary Kay, we make 50% of everything that we sell. Melissa, how long did it take you to do that?
One was a reorder and the other was reaching back out to somebody, like following up with them after an appointment.
How much time?
Half an hour.
Fabulous. So her profit was $130 in half an hour. Heather Kusno, how long did yours take?
Mine was a straight surprise reorder. So I don't know. I guess to process it and everything, 15 minutes.
Okay, so that was $107 in 15 minutes. That is exciting. Yay. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so did anyone share the Mary Kay opportunity this last week? Did anybody? Did you? Yay, Lila, I'm so proud of you. Did anybody add a new team member? She's right there. Lindsay's right there. That's so fun. We're excited. Okay, so who has bookings? Like, hold up your fingers with how many bookings? 5 bookings. Great job. Oh, 8. Woo-hoo! 4 for Melissa Runyon. Anybody else? 3 for Lindsay. Great job. Great job. If you are a star consultant, who's a star? If you're a star consultant, I know Stormy is a diamond star. Yay, Stormy! And I am a diamond star. Yay! Heather, are you star? Yeah! Sapphire star. Great job. That is so awesome. Okay, so what does it mean to be a star? Stars are the top 12% of Mary Kay. They are the tip of the top, the cream of the crop, and they are serving customers. That Mary Kay gives star consultants referrals. It is such a big deal that when somebody reaches out to Mary Kay and says, hey, I need to buy some product, Mary Kay says, hey, I've got a girl for you. And so then they send them to star consultants because they have product. So great job setting yourself up and for this month. So if you have already earned your 600 scarf, give it some love. Yay! Great job, Heather. Great job, Stormy. Yay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Awesome, awesome. Okay, and then the last thing that we are going to see, there's one more thing. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting one thing. Anybody? Okay, then we're going to call it good. Great job. Okay, so do we have we have a guest. Hey, Dara. So Tracy is your guest. Hey, Tracy. Thank you so much for being on here and supporting Dara. You are a blessing and a gift. We heard all about you on the drive home, that you were going to be on here tonight. Thank you for supporting her and for being a woman of your word. I like it. Is anybody else on?
We have
Yeah.
Lawanda on, but she had to hop off because the sound's not connecting. So if you see her
Okay.
come back, she's a guest of Kinsey.
Fabulous, Kinsey. Great job. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a breakout room, Tracy. Are you like Zoom savvy? Are you tracking with the Zoom? Okay, so Lindsay is having issues also. I tell you what, Kinsey and Dara, can y'all mute? And we'll see if that helps. Okay. Here, I'll mute you, Dara. There. Okay. Whoop, nope.
Lindsay, are you saying they're having trouble getting on the link?
Oh, who is? Oh, they
Sorry
are.
for the confusion. The girls that were supposed to join tonight.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm
text
actually
you.
going to send you a link, Lindsay. I apologize. Like one of the things that I say is before COVID, like we had like the drive time, like you had to drive where you're going to go and you had to allow time for that. Well, now you got technology time. So I'm going to send you a Zoom link and then you're going to send it directly to them. No, I'm not going to get on Zoom and be on multiple personality. All right, Lindsay, you're going to send this directly to them. There you go. Okay, so we're going to create a breakout room. Oh, look at me down there being on multiple personality. I don't even know how to get myself off.
Will the real Maureen please stand?
There used to be a way to, oh, well, I don't know. It's too much. Okay, so we are going to create somebody did the closed caption. Good job. Did somebody say yes? Recording on. Good job. Can y'all see the recording, the closed caption? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we have a breakout room. So go ahead and click that, Tracy, and jump on over into the breakout room. And then when, I can't think of her name right now, but when she gets back on, then we will slide her over into the breakout room. Okay, so there we go. I thought I closed out. And that is how you get rid of the alter ego. Okay, so now we are ready. I will watch for Lindsay's guest to come back. And Lindsay, is yours still wonky on the sound or is it good?
We're good.
Okay, that's what it is then. Sometimes we may have to jump up and mute some people if it looks like it's going to be like a weird sound. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Marion Cash Rose. So glad y'all are here. Marion just finished a party and your hair looks fabulous, Ashley. Very good. Hi. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we are ready to get started. Okay, Marion is going to begin. Or do you want me to, I tell you what, let me start with, if it's okay, Marion, how about if we start with, we just got back from, it's called Forever Fall Retreat. It was actually Linda Tupin's retreat. She's a national sales director of Mary Kay, and she has since retired. And there are other directors who have taken over her retreat that she's put on for years. And they are all like beasts when it comes to events and keeping it on point. And it was just impressive. It was absolutely impressive. Okay, so I have asked the people that attended the retreat to have their biggest takeaway to share with you. And it's going to be a couple of different things, but one of the things that it does is it helps the people who attended to sift through all of the information again, which is super helpful. And then it helps them articulate a bigger thought and share it. So with that said, we are going to start with the beautiful Heather Kusno.
I'm sporting our shirt that we were wearing out there.
Yes, you are. I love it.
Can you guys say, because this is really awkward. I haven't figured out that up yet, and I So
Okay, Hank,
this
it's
was,
kind of a little glitchy. Is it glitchy for y'all?
can you guys, is it glitchy?
Okay, no, now it's good. Now it's good. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. Okay. So one of my favorite speakers last year, and I think I've seen her at some maybe other conference in Louisville, is Angel Fry. I don't know if she's a national director or she's a director. No, she's a director, but she's a sweetheart. Love her. And I mean, each of these speakers only had a few minutes, maybe 20, 25 minutes to speak. And let me tell you, she spoke for the full 25 minutes without stopping or taking a breath. And I took like 7 pages of notes. And I was so excited after I heard her. I mean, these were the ones and ideas that she got as far as promotions. Because I kind of take a step back. I needed to do a little bit of a reboot for myself just to get some ideas and get for sales pumping and all of that stuff. But a couple of ideas that she threw out there was like, especially this time of year, of course, we've got our holiday open houses, but another was like a cosmetic graveyard, which think of like your trash the old and you get a discount for new. So basically the idea was bringing in 10 products and you'll get 10% off of the new product. And then maybe those 10 products that they bring in, you could donate to a local shelter or somewhere else like that. And then 15%, up to 20%, basically. Another was always promoting your sales on your VIP groups. These were more promotions that I had in mind for some things that are coming up too, like when she's going to drop off orders or even online, she'd have like a pink pumpkin and a purple pumpkin, and the pink pumpkin would be your old lipsticks. You'd get a discount for giving the old lipsticks, and purple would be for your old mascara. And the goal is to get both of those pumpkins filled up by the end of the month. But basically she was saying that always have some sort of a contest or a challenge going on. So that gives you words when you're talking to customers. I'm in this contest for yada, yada, yada. I'm in a challenge to do 30 faces, 15 faces. It doesn't really matter what, but there's always something so that your customers want to help you. We've heard this before, but she really gave so many other ideas on how you could do it. And I'm only supposed to take for 45 seconds, but that was the one thing that I got so excited about.
Awesome. I love it. That is fabulous. Okay, so now, and write the notes, take it down, soak it in, glean what you can since you didn't take the 12-hour road trip. So next person is the beautiful Kinsey. Ready, Kinsey? Yep, she's ready.
Yes. So my biggest takeaway was, I want to say it was Joy that said, forget your past. Don't let it keep on coming at you because it's not going to help you improve in your business. It's just going to defeat you.
There we go. Very good, because you cannot change it. It was in the past. So leave it where it belongs. I love that. Good job. Good job. Okay, the next one is Lila.
Mute myself. Okay. Well, look at that. I'm back in volume. Okay. I went back through my notes, and the biggest thing I took away from it was how positive everybody was. I mean, they reinforced the positivity that was going through the entire conference, the days that we were there. So I'm just going to hit the highlights here that I think all go together and is going to make this work. So the first thing is, I don't have to love the process, but I love the result. I think that's a biggie for everybody, because there's always going to be some part of your work, and that's what Mary Kay is a job and it's work, and there's always going to be parts of it that you don't like. But when you get those finished, you get into the part that you do like, okay? And so wisdom is the application of knowledge applied, and that's where that goes in, where if you don't like it, you have to get through it and get to the part you do like, okay? And it says one thing they emphasized was our minds take us to places that are not true. So I need to nourish my mind with the truth and read and listen and do things 10 minutes a day to read these things that are really positive for me, that make me want to do this and keep me excited about it. Let me see if I can get over to the next. Action cures fear and stinking thinking. And I think, several people said that, but it's true. If once you get started and you start taking action, it keeps you from being so afraid to take that first step, and approach people. I really enjoyed in the breakout session for new consultants and I don't know who the person was, I'm sorry, but names escaped me many times, but she had us make a list of the people that we wanted to talk to and the people that we wanted to have a party with and the products that we love. And that was energizing for me because I didn't realize there were so many people that I really think would want to have a party. So I talked with 2 people today about having parties and just throwing it out there and saying how much fun they would be. And, how Mary Kay stands behind their products. If you don't love them, blah, 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 all that good kind of stuff. And the other big thing was we create our own reality. And so if we believe in what we're doing and we believe that we're going to be a success, then we will be. And so following that, when we create our own reality, we need to use the I am statements. And how many times do we go, oh, I'll never get that done. No, I just can't do those things. But instead, we need to go, I am strong and I am smart. And one of the things that I put on my list was I love to clean house. I don't know how long it'll take me to get that one. Okay. But I do always praise God for the blessings, and especially for the things that I don't see, that I don't realize that He has helped me through or saved me from. And I need to leverage the opportunities that I have, like going to the conference and hearing all the positive things. Okay. And I have to make the most of what I already have and follow where it's going. That's it for me. Loved it.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And so glad you came.
Me
Very
too.
good. Awesome. Okay, now we are going to hear from Lindsay.
Okay.
Okay. So I also loved the new consultant training. I loved all of it, but
Yeah.
I loved those classes. Those women just poured into us, and that was a lot of information, but man, was it good. I really, I wrote down a lot that Elizabeth Tupin, a lot that she said. She was the one talking a lot about the I am statements, and I have been one of the worst to talk negative about myself. And so I'm telling myself I have been telling myself that I'm not as good as I should be talking to myself, I guess. She also mentioned, I guess it was when she received her crown, her boyfriend, he said, I wrote it down and I'm gonna mess it up. He said, you can only achieve as much as you allow yourself to dream. And I talked with, I guess I talked with Marion about this too, but I think I have been in the mindset of, oh yeah, it would be nice to be able to quit my job. It would be nice to make some more money. But it kind of switched my perspective from a goal to a dream to a goal, to a plan, and listening, I'm doing it. I am all in. And I think that was my biggest takeaway. I realized I was kind of setting myself up to fail, because I was like, oh yeah, well, it would be nice. No, I'm doing it. And I think that's my biggest takeaway. I came home and I was like, let's go. I'm ready. And so I loved how much everyone talked about mindset and how you have to keep the positive and talking positive to yourself, because I have been really bad about not doing that. So I also, a really big takeaway just in Mary Kay in general, I didn't expect to be around such godly women. Like I really came home and I told my mom I felt like I had been in a retreat. Like it felt like a revival. Like it was another level. I don't know what I expected going, but it was so amazing to listen to these godly women lift others up. It was the positive energy. I loved it.
Oh, that's fabulous. And I love to see the perspective through a newer consultant, because you get to see it through fresh eyes. I love that. Thank you for sharing, Lindsay. And welcome, Melissa. And I lost my Denise. Hey, Melissa. Are you a guest? You can nod your head.
No, I'm not.
You're a consultant. Welcome.
Yes,
Glad to see you. Wonderful. Okay, so because you popped on with Denise, and I was like, oh, they must be together. But
Yeah, no, I'm just late.
we'll take it every time. And Denise, I think that hers did not click and catch. So let's, Marion, whenever she comes in, like we'll kind of try to get her shuffled over into the skincare class. Okay.
Was that my Denise?
Yes, it was your Denise.
Oh, good. Because I haven't heard from her. So I was kind of getting nervous. So good.
Yeah. Because I recognized her last name. Okay. So, wait a minute. I wonder if she clicked the more button. Hang on. I'm going to look in the breakout room and see if she's in there. Yes, she is. All right. I think she knows how to Zoom. I'm going to say she does. Okay.
She does.
So now we are going to have the beautiful Dara. Ready, set, go. And you're muted.
So a lot of the same things that the other girls said were big takeaways, but one of the things that Brenda Howell said is that you're only 60 parties away from director. And so that just kind of like, oh, wow. It's not, it is, you do have to do the work. It is work, but that makes it seem so much more attainable. And then the other part was that you need to plan the night before on what you're going to do the next day so that every moment is used with intentionality. And that's for not just for Mary Kay, but for all of my lives, all of my different parts of my life. It didn't happen last night because I was tired, and it showed today, but my guest did get here. And so, yeah, it was in the positive affirmation piece. I learned that from, I think it's Stephen Covey before, but just having it refreshed in my mind to start saying things in the positive or in the actuality. In other words, saying I am a director and keeping that in the forefront. So.
Fabulous. Wonderful. Love that. Love that intentionality and creating that by making the plan the night before so that you don't lose time thinking. I love that. Okay. So now the beautiful Marion Cash Rose.
Hi. Sorry, I am we're in the new house. Yay. And but not everything. So I'm using my phone, which is why video off, so you guys aren't like all like it's her phone shaking. So anyway, here we go. I think my biggest takeaway was don't expect it to pay you as a business if you aren't working it like a business. Snap. If I wasn't holding my paper, I would have snapped for you. That was Jeannie Martin. She is an NSDE, and that was from our Saturday morning breakout for Reds. But thank goodness, she gave us a heads up on Friday, like, hint, 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 if you're tomorrow, you should know how many skincare clients you have regular. So if y'all that were there were like, what is she doing? She's like on her phone and working the paper. I was in my customers app getting ready. I was like, okay, how many skincare clients, how many duplicates? I know my numbers now. And thank goodness, because she's absolutely right. Like when we got there Saturday, she's like, you need to know who you have. You're not working like a business, and I'm not. I'm just kind of like, oh, I've got a show and show up, and and I realized when I went back and looked through my customers app, I had 8 people that had ordered the travel sets to try the product. Gee, have I checked back with them? I'm embarrassed to say only 1. And she said she was on vacation, would get back to me, never did. Wah, wah, wah. So you know what I'm going to be doing. That is the 2 + 2 + 2, which I have never really done, but it's go time, because skincare, that's why I started. That's why I fell in love with Mary Kay, and that's where it's at. And you have to follow up, because the people I did follow up with, oh, well, I haven't started, I haven't tried. So I would get discouraged, but it's not about that. It's about me staying in front of them. Oh, hey, in a positive manner. Like, oh, have you, were you able to try it out yet? And that leads into, sorry, I had that little furrowed brow thing. The 21-day challenge was the other thing that I'm going to be doing. And that actually, this kind of ties in with that, but you could use it separately. Her thing that her unit was doing, sorry, the animals are doing things here, if you hear the background noise, but their lead-in was, would you like to be a part of our nationwide survey on skincare? Boom. So that's something everyone can use. And I'm so looking forward. And I have the verbiage that she used to reach out individually for that. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was that she asked how you identify yourself. Like when someone says, what do you do? How do you answer that? And my answer that I wrote down, we didn't share that, but I help women to build their confidence by looking and feeling their best. I thought I was, Rico Suave with that. It gets better. But she also said to ask your husband, when people ask him, what does his wife do? What does he say? And write that down. If you're blessed to still have your mother, ask her, what does she tell people? Write it down. And then your kids, same thing. And then take the time to ask them, what do you tell people that I do? And see if the answers coincide. So, but what they were using was, I teach skincare and makeup artistry with an international cosmetic company based in Dallas, Mary Kay. Maybe you've heard of it, which you end that statement with a question, so it opens up conversation. The second part of that, and I'll finish up because I know I'm over time as always, was I'm in sales. When they say, what do you do? I'm in sales. And at first we all were like, oh no, what? Like we were thinking she was giving an example of something horrible that you shouldn't do. Turns out, no, Jeannie's smart. She's like, if you tell them that you're in sales, that puts the ball in their court. So if they show a level of interest, the next thing they're going to be is like, oh, what sales? And then you go into the I teach skincare and makeup artistry. So anyway, if you're interested in the exact, I know Heather posted a video of Jeannie, and I didn't have time yet to look at that because we're still moving in. But if any of that verbiage appeals to you, I can put it in leadership. I'm done. Sorry, guys.
Perfect. Love it. You can also type it in the comments. That's awesome. Love it. And I love the way each person had different takeaways. They didn't communicate. They didn't say, which one are you going to do? They did their own and shared from that place. Marion, do you happen to know what your biggest takeaway was, or would you like for me to do you? Okay, let's go with you first.
So I'm actually just going to give you a quote that has resonated for quite the rest of the weekend and every day. And if I'm honest, I can't even remember who said it, but they said, emotions are valid. Was this you, Maureen? Did you say this? Emotions are valid. They're just not reliable. Let me say that again. Emotions are valid. They're just not reliable. And really, if I look at the whole entire weekend, and yes, I have lots of notes. I have lots of action items that I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I do is as I'm taking my notes, I have another piece of paper that I write, like, in the next 72 hours, what are things that I'm going to do? So I really want to encourage you, when you are note taking, maybe you did holiday hangout on Sunday, you have a piece of paper next to you that is what am I doing in the next 72 hours? I also took away some things that it's like mind shifts. So get this, the woman that I've known for 20 years still speaks into my heart and says things like, emotions are valid, they're just not reliable. And so how often do we do things that we put our emotions as the reliable party and not our thoughts?
That's really good.
So Now, Maureen, what was your big takeaway?
And I want to point out that was said in the car ride on the way back. So often people are like, well, why don't we just stream the event? Because you miss so much. You have to have those side conversations that segue into those big moments. Because without that, fertilizing the soil, that seed doesn't take root. So my big takeaway, and it is not that I have not heard it in my 24 years, be completely clear. It's just that I forgot. I had gotten away from it. You know how we always say, make a plan, work the plan works. I got away from making a plan. And so I got back to my plan. I mapped it out, and it is creating some systems and stability that feels really good. And it makes for a very effective and powerful day. So that was my takeaway. Okay, so now we are going to move into the product, and the beautiful maid Marion Forrest is going to share with us product.
So I just want to say, so the other thing that was a real, it wasn't an eye opener. It was just it was a blinding flash of the obvious. That's what it was. Because I don't know about y'all, but I heard this thing said this weekend a lot, and it was double credit. Okay, I need y'all to unmute for just a second so that those that did not get to experience this really got to hear what it was like. Because what I heard was double credit. Max it out! Max it out! And blinding flash of the obvious, I knew it was double credit, but I was not working with the sense of urgency of what double credit is. And it's funny because today I'm going to talk about some products that I think are really important for the skincare class. But this directly ties into your double credit. Actually, I'm going to talk about that, and it's not on the notes, and I should have put it on there, Maureen, but I'm also going to talk about your own personal use. Okay? Because this is the month you switch it all out. This is the month you make sure you have all of your skincare pieces for your skincare class, because double credit is such an important thing. So double credit, really quick, is where you get double retail credit on your products that you order from the company. And then you also get double credit on every new team member that becomes qualified. They do not have to become qualified in the month of October. They just have to become qualified, and they count for the month of October. Okay? And you don't get to count them as one, you get to count them as two. So it's 2,000 wholesale is maxing it out. And then it's also 6 consultants that max it out. Okay. I think it's also really important to know that when you do that, you are also part of something bigger, because the goal for the unit is to do a circle, which just means that you guys are a top selling unit in the company. 300,000 and above is a top selling unit in the company. And just so you guys know how important that is, when you do that and you become that 300,000 retail top selling unit. I have a good friend that is a manager at JCPenney's. He's the general manager at the largest JCPenney's in the United States. It just happens to be in Little Rock. And when I said to him, he said, well, like, what did you guys do retail sales last year? And this was a couple of years ago. We were sitting there talking, we were having dinner, and I was like, well, we did like 350,000. And he's like, wait, your little business did 350,000? I'm going to stop really quick. Hey, Denise. Yay, I hear you. You are going to go into the, I don't see it now, the breakout room, Denise. Down at the bottom, you should see a breakout room. I don't know, can you hear me, Denise?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, awesome. I'm going to assign you to the breakout room, and you are going to do some skincare over there.
Breakout room? You want me to go there?
I just, yep, if you'll just click on it, I just sent you a little to join it. I think she's going. Okay, so when I said 350,000, he was like, wait, exact words, your little business did 350,000? That's like significant. And I was like, yeah, I think it is. So it is a big, huge deal. So when you max it out in your personal business, it also helps the team goal. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's talk real fast, like some of the products that you should have in your starter kit to help you in building your business. Obviously, if you started with a starter kit, great. You already have TimeWise 3D in both normal to dry and combination to oily. You also have, all of the CC creams. You have a mascara, you have eye makeup remover, you have satin hands. Am I missing anything else?
Translucent powder.
Translucent powder. Okay, right? Now, if you didn't start with a starter kit, that's okay. You need those 7 things. But then I want to add a couple of other things. I believe 100% you need microdermabrasion in there. Whether you are just showing it to them or you're actually trying it, either one, I think it's important because microdermabrasion is the ultimate miracle set. And all of our stuff goes through that. You need charcoal mask, and I would actually encourage you to have moisture gel mask as well. in your starter kit so that if you have somebody really dry, you can show them the moisture gel mask and then you can show them the charcoal mask. But I talk about multi-masking all the time, and I talk about that moisture gel mask recalibrating. These are the words I use every time. Recalibrating hydration. So basically it's bringing it back even. So if you keep it on all night, it's going to really help moisturize. But if you even keep it on for 10 minutes, it actually recalibrates the moisture barrier, which is really important. I don't know about y'all, but here in Arkansas, it has been so flippin' dry. So it has been so helpful to have that moisture gel mask. It also makes you look younger. I'm just saying, after you do it, and glowy. So moisture gel mask, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, satin lips. You're already showing them satin hands, show them satin lips. And I say, you know how your hands feel so fabulous? We want your lips to feel that way too. Okay? Because it's got the scrub and then it's got the balm. I put micellar water in mine, and I talk about it being a pre-cleanse to take your makeup off so that when you use that cleanser, it's actually working for what it needs to work for, and it's not having to take your makeup off too. It's a quick cleanse too. You could use it during the day, but I usually just use it to take my makeup off first so that can really work. Okay. I also put hydrogel eye patches in mine, and I usually only have them do it on one eye. And usually they want to buy it after that because the one eye makes them look like Quasimodo. And so but I have those in there because they feel so amazing, and it's a great little treat. And then the other two things that I think are a must is foundation primer that I use with CC cream, and I think a must also, I always have makeup finishing spray in there. I don't know about y'all, I sell a lot of makeup finishing spray because I love that stuff, and I put it on more places than just my face. I know I've already told you guys that. It stops the sweating. It's amazing. But I share that with them too. And if we do makeup, even if it's a quick dash out the door, I'll have them spray. And then the next day when I talk to them, I always go, how did your makeup stay on yesterday? I've never had anybody be like, oh yeah, it just like came off. They're like, no, it like stayed on so great. I know, right? So I always do that. And then I actually have added putting a Skinvigorate brush in my starter kit because I want them to just feel it on their hand. Nobody puts it on their face, by the way. That's just how I do it. Nobody puts it on their face, but I want them to feel it on their hand. And I have seen a significant difference in my skin when I stopped using a Skinvigorate brush and went back to it. And so I am a strong proponent because all it does is you pay all this money for cleansers and moisturizers. This is just helping it get into your skin better. So, and that's just really how I say it. So I hope you are writing these things down because this is a perfect time for you to stock up your starter kit as you're going out and doing parties. Or even I use my starter kit even on my virtual, and I pull those things out and I talk about them. And so we want to have them there so you can talk about them. And it's really important that you not use your own Skinvigorate brush and you have one in your starter kit because mine's a little funky, like, you know, just because it's been used for a long time. And I just want to say that the other day I showed mine and then I put a new one in my starter kit because I was like, I know it's on Zoom, but this is gross. Like, I was like, you know, when you really notice something because you're showing somebody else something and you're like, and I was like, and I'm going to do some cleaning on this. None of the parts that touch my face, but still, like, you don't want to be like, oh, and that, oh, look, it's some of my makeup on there. Like, So I really recommend that you take the time, work your business, invest in your business, And if you don't already have a full store, or if you don't have a store to be going with, this is a really good month to talk to your director about, okay, what's the importance of me having some product on my shelf? Because remember, we are not competing against other makeup companies. We're competing against companies that give customer service. We're competing against the things that get products to people quickly. We're competing against the customer service, and that's always what we'll be competing with. Because y'all, when I watch 65-year-old women cross the stage retiring and they look 50, ain't nobody else doing that. Ain't nobody else doing that. So I hope that you guys are like in it to win it, because not only does that double credit help you, the double credit, even if you're like, I don't want to do court of sales, or I don't want to do court of sharing, we also have Princess Court of Sharing and Princess Court of Sales that Mary Kay National Area gives you right now. And then our national area will be giving you recognition and prizes for that. But also we have our unit. Do you know that if you do 6 qualified team members in the month of October, you've done Princess Court, but you've also done our unit courts. You've hit the unit courts of 6 qualified already. So like, that's huge, you guys, and that's prizes and recognition from us. And so it is a really big deal to do that, and you can get almost all of it done in 1 month. Like, how crazy is that? So if you haven't set a plan with your director on like, why do this month, why max it out? And I just want to say, for this moment, I know today is the 17th, but we have half of a month left. And so I want to tell you, there is nothing that can't be done in the month of October. We call it Rocktober, Miracle October, whatever you want to call it. October is always such a pivotal month because people are now starting to think about Christmas. And so this is not a situation where you cannot make this happen. This is not, it's just going to take legwork, okay? It is just going to take being strategic in yourselves, seeing faces, maybe doing virtual, Facebook parties, whatever, which, just as an FYI, that was probably my number one takeaway, is that I have been resistant and do not like Facebook parties. And guess what Marion's going to start doing? Y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, she loves Facebook parties. You gonna be like, what is happening right now? She is amazing at Facebook parties, because I am telling myself a different story. And we're about to rock some Facebook parties. So I just want to say, like, do not pass go. Do not get to 10 o'clock tomorrow. Like 10 a.m. tomorrow. You need to make a plan for this month to be able to rock out October. So, couple other things. We have preferred customer program is tonight. So what does that mean? So preferred customer program is where Mary Kay, you enroll your customers, and Mary Kay actually goes and sends them lookbooks with a sample in them. If you do even one, you then also get to order early the new products that come out in November. You get 5 days earlier, you get to order them. Hello, this is not hard, even one. And so, so important, but this is like a do not pass go, do not collect $200. You won't have to get off of this in like the 2-3 minutes we get off, and do it right then. Okay. So how many of you guys have already done preferred customer program? Yay! How many of you guys are going to get on and do it right now? As soon as we get off here? Yay! So it's Mary Kay in Touch, and you go to business tools and you go down until it says preferred customer program. Okay, because I don't know where it is, but it says preferred customer program. Okay, so we got that. Next week, we are going to start talking about the biggest sale of the year, which is my favorite. I have 2 sales every year, 2 large sales every year. I have one Pink Friday and I have one in June. All my customers know that. I sell thousands of dollars every year, and we are going to start talking about it next week. So be on, because we're going to be talking about it next week. And then also talk about 6 most important list. Is that what that means?
Do you want me to do that?
Oh, you can. I mean, I can talk about a 6 most important list, but yes, go for it.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to, I'm going to piggyback on what Dara was talking about and create the plan for intentionality for your day. So you can either do it in the method that you do, or you can do it on your My Customers app. It's actually at the beginning of the app, and some people don't even know it's on there, but the My Customers app, that one, it says My 6 Things, and it has bubbles. And the idea is to put the most important in the largest bubble. When you're doing your 6 most important things, you're going to do the 6 that are the most important. Okay? If it's going to happen anyway, don't put it on the list. That's not going to be where you put my makeup on. No. Like for me, what I said was, I will feel successful at the end of today when, and then those were my 6 most. Okay, so I want you to take just a quick minute to set you up for tomorrow with your 6 most list. So go ahead and write those now. And this is with regards to your Mary Kay business. What are you going to do to move your needle in your Mary Kay business tomorrow? And I'll give y'all a hint. The full circle should be on your list somewhere. That's your book, your coach, your sell, your share. That should be on your list somewhere. Book an appointment, coach an appointment, sell some product, share the opportunity. Those are the things that actually move the needle. Sticker your order, that does not move your needle. Okay, so we are going to finish it out with a challenge. Marion is going to share with us the challenge for the week. And when you finish it, reach out to your director so that we as directors will be celebrating, and then you will get celebrated at the beginning of the meeting next week. Okay.
Well, I think what we really do is when the goal is not met, we don't change the goal, we change the date, right?
Yep.
So last week's challenge, does anybody remember what it was?
Ashley does.
What was it, Ashley? I don't know what just happened, but
I dropped my phone. Sorry. Appointments on your schedule.
how many?
10.
Yep,
10.
got it.
10 new bookings. 10 new
Yeah.
bookings. So guess what the new challenge is? 10 new bookings.
Mhm.
Because when we don't meet the challenge, then we just change the date. So 10 new bookings, ladies. And when you get it done, we want to have a huge celebration. 10 new appointments. So, y'all, get off here. Tell us good night. We love you guys. And we are celebrating you as we finish Rocktober double credit.
All right.
Let me say it one more time.
Now,
As
max
we
it
finish
out.
Rocktober double credit,
Max
Max
it
it
out.
out.
max it out.
Unmute, tell us you love us.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you all.
Right.
Love you.
Love you.
What are they still in the breakout room?
Yes, I will not touch the button.
Thank you. I'm gonna go pop in.
There you go.
Can I pop in too?
Yes. Gonna stop it from going live.